Okay, ladies and gentlemen, rolling right along, it is a real pleasure for me to introduce this man. I have to say it because he is a heck of a good tipper. And this guy has been singing music, I think probably for just about as many years as I've been alive, and that's the God's honest truth. I think he has, yeah. And I'm no spring chicken, but he does just as good today as he did the first time I ever heard him 300 years ago. And he has not changed one iota, either as a personality, as a person, or as an entertainer. And I'm proud to say that he is one of the very last of the old original cowboy singers. A breed that I hope will never die. I hope the heck that someone will pick it up and learn some of these songs and keep it going. I understand that Rex Allen Jr. is doing just that. And so until that happens, we can't let this fellow go. We got to hang on to him and keep him around. And he's too cussed miserable to go anyway, so I guess we're stuck with him. So would you make welcome my friend, your friend, and one of the finest people and entertainers you'll ever meet, Yodelin Slim Clark.
I don't know. This guy, I've known him for a long time, and I kept waiting for him to say something bad. He'll do it later. He's a good fellow, too. It's a pleasure to be here, and by golly, I have been around a long time. He just got me to thinking about that. Ordinarily, I don't think about it. But I have realized lately that people don't go to hear me sing anymore. They go to bet on which way I'm going to fall. But I am the last of the singing cowboys. There's nobody singing old cowboy songs in the old traditional style anymore. And you notice I don't have a band for two reasons. One, I can't find a band that plays as bad as I do, so I have to play all alone. And the other reason is I started out singing cowboy songs in 1932, and this is my 50th anniversary year. And I sang the old cowboy songs in that style back then, all alone with a guitar, and that's the way I still make records, and that's the way I still entertain. So if you haven't heard anything like that in a long time, it might be refreshing to hear it again. And if you never heard it before, it'll be something different. So I hope you enjoy it. I'm going to sing all the old timers. I was thinking, you know, all the cowboys, the songs that I sang were written by cowboys perhaps many years ago. And that's the way they sang them, riding horseback and playing a guitar. Fred Pike says I play a guitar like I was riding a horse. And that's why it does sound that way. But can you imagine having a cowboy band on horseback? A whole band? Where would you plug in the... Oh, never mind. Oh, I'm longing tonight again to roam in a beautiful valley I could always call home. There's a girl I adore and I'm longing to see in the beautiful Yoho Valley. Oh, my, oh, yo, I'll sing you a song while the moon rolls along. Oh, my, oh, yo, in the beautiful Yoho Valley. It seemed when we met all my dreams came true as I gazed in those beautiful eyes so blue. Her smile keeps lingering like the golden memory of a beautiful Yoho Valley. Oh, my, oh, I'll sing you a song while the moon rolls along. Oh, my, oh, in the beautiful Yoho Valley. Oh, silvery moon in the Thank you very kind. Can you hear my guitar out there? I can. Yeah, all right. You see, I don't have a band, so I have to have all the help I can get. I hope it's loud enough. Is it loud enough so Fred can learn those chords that I play there? Okay, he'll get those. Yeah, I've been traveling around and singing cowboy songs for 50 years, and I feel just the same as I did when I started, and I can't play a damn bit better than I did when I started. But anyway, I haven't changed, that's one thing. I don't intend to. I got married in February. I married a chiropractor to get me straightened out. She sure did that. She straightened me out. I used to be just like this thing. I used to drink. I'll tell you, I used to drink a lot. And since I met her, I stopped drinking. She didn't make me, she inspired me to stop drinking. And another thing, groceries went up to $9 a quart. That helped a lot, too. But I don't do those things anymore. I just sing cowboy songs and entertain. I want you to meet my wife a little later on. She's as I said, a chiropractor. Practices in Heartland, Maine, and she also is a concert pianist. Can you imagine a concert pianist marrying a cowboy? Well, she did that so she could appreciate her music all the more, I guess. She has me sing, and then she goes and plays some, and it makes her sound better. I knew I was good for something. But I've told her all the time of all the wonderful people I meet in my travels, and she's a good sport. She's going to come out and meet you like she does on all the shows. And we do a couple songs together. She doesn't intend to be a country western singer. She has plenty of things to do with the piano and people's backs and arms and legs and all that sort of thing. But she's a good sport and a beautiful singer. Used to be a music teacher one time. So she had a lot of fun with me. She says I write music that never was even made to be written. Notes that weren't even built, and stuff like that. She gets a kick out of it. But she's come up and sing with me here in a little while. I'm going to sing a real old cowboy song now, and a little bit of yodeling. I'm still the world's champion yodeler, and later on I'll show you all the different kind of yodelings, and you can record them if you want to do something with them. Take a picture of them so you see how they made it. But right now I'm going to sing a real old cowboy song, and I used to play in the rodeos a long time ago, travel with the rodeos, and I used to ride in the parades, and then I'd get up on the stage and sing cowboy songs before all the broncos and the bulls came out and all the acts. And I used to do some riding, too, but I was no Larry Mahan or anything like that. But anyway, the boss of the rodeo said, Slim, everybody loves to hear you sing those old cowboy songs, but they'd really get a big charge out of it if you come out on a bucking bronco someday during one of the events. Well, I said, I can if you don't get one of those real mean horses that like to eat people. And he said, no, we'll just get you one that looks kind of mean, but he won't be. He'll just take a few jumps, and it'll make you a big star. I says, okay, I'd go for that. I needed that. So they got me a horse all right. Next day I rode around the parade. I got up and sang my cowboy songs, and that announcer said, now you've heard him sing cowboy songs. You've seen him ride in the parades with the Indians. Now you're going to see him come out of chute number 7 on a bronco. And then that'll show you he can really ride. He's a real cowboy. So I went down to chute number 7 and looked in through the slats to see what they got me for a horse. There was one in there, all right. He's about 18 hands high, and his neck was about that long. Looked like a big hammer with a head on the end, And he had 2 eyes about 1.5 feet apart, I bet you. And they're both red, and they were looking right straight at me. Well, I says, they said he'd look bad, but he wouldn't have much in him. So I got in over the top of the gate and dropped down into the saddle, and they opened the gate, and out he came. The first jump, he went about this high from the ground down there, which isn't bad. I'd done that before. He landed nice and soft and smooth, just like he had monochromatic shocks on, I said, heck, nothing to this bird. I'll take him in a minute. Next time he went up twice as high. He went up this high. I looked down there and saw a cowboy looked about that tall below me. I stayed with him till he came down, and when he did, this time his monochromatic shocks had disappeared somewhere. He landed like a sawhorse, all 4 legs just as stiff as 2x4s going into a cement sidewalk. And when he did, one of my feet come out of the stirrups like that, and I was getting ready to take the other one out, and I looked down, and his hind foot come up and got caught right in the stirrup. I says, by gosh, if you're getting up here too, I'm getting the heck off. And I did. We often have heard the great tales of the plain, where the horses run wild and never were tamed. And the hard-riding cowboy, as tough as old nails, could ride in the bronco that followed the trail. Well, we all tip our hat to old Strawberry Rowan, for many a hard-riding cowboy he's thrown. Some boasted if ever they once had the chance, they'd show this old bronco the right way to dance. Yodeling, yodeling, yodeling. Well, we all gets a chance just 2 years ago to try for them ponies that never been rode. They shook up the numbers so it would be law, and each grinning cowboy reached in for the draw. Well, I drew number 7, and lucky some say, but it sure was unlucky for me on that day. In the old buck and shoot, marked number 11, stood Strawberry Rowan, his side marked a 7. Well, he eases the saddle down on his old hide, and I knew my old bones were sure in for a ride. I cinched up the saddle till he gave out a groan, then I knew my old partner was Strawberry Rowan. Well, I let myself down on that rusty old hide, and he shook like a leaf when my heels touched his side. Oh, everyone yelled as the gate opened wide. Old Strawberry seemed to jump out of his hide. Yodeling, yodeling, yodeling. Oh, well, he spun like a top, even put one to shame. Who says number 7 is lucky to gain? I soon realized I'd sure found my match. My legs were a-swinging, but nothing to scratch. Well, we just parted company, and I laid on my pants. Oh, where is that cowboy who can teach him to dance? There's no fella living who has any pride, can honestly say he can tan that old hide. So I hung up my chaps and my battered old saddle, and never a bronco will I again straddle. Good luck, all you cowboys, you'd sure lose your pride if you try to sit straddle old Strawberry's hide. Yodeling, oh, yodeling, yodeling. Thank you very much. I appreciate the applause, especially being up here all alone. A fella could get killed out here all alone following these big bands that come out and make all that racket. You don't have to be good, but you have to have a lot of guts, I'm telling you. I don't mind people throwing vegetables at me if they take them out of the can first. Those cans cut like a son of a gun. Oh, boy. Ruth Dennett over there is the publisher of My Country magazine. She's got one boot over there. There's another one that goes with it. I thought I'd tell you. And the chances are what? 5 for $1? And when's it going to be drawn off? I don't mean the boot, but the chances. October 3rd at the Country Music Awards show in Waterville at the Opera House, right? You don't have to be present to get it. Five chances for $1. And she publishes the My Country magazine, and that's something if you're interested in Maine talent and New England talent, you ought to subscribe to that, because it tells about everything that people are doing. Almost. Don't tell, no. It's got our wedding in there, hasn't it? You got one that's got a wedding picture in there? Yeah, good. You're brave. But if you'd like to subscribe to her, My Country, and find out what's going on, we have a Hall of Fame. I'm in the Hall of Fame, and also in the Country Awards, I won the first Pioneer Award. I'm doing a little bragging now. And people wonder what I do besides this. I only do summer tours now. I used to travel around all year round. I just do the summer tours now, all the way from Canada to New York and back. But I'm an artist, a wildlife painter. Not the kind of wildlife you're thinking of. No, these are animals, deer, birds, moose, fish, hunting, fishing scenes, country landscapes. In fact, I have some prints over there. The end table, those are not the original painting. Those are prints from an original painting which was made into a calendar, and they're for sale if you'd like. And I have some albums, 3 different ones. One of my albums has a cover on it that I painted. Yeah, that one there, Billy Venero, Ballad of Billy Venero. And then I got some tapes, cassette tapes, and we have a 45 that my wife and I did together, which we'll sing for you here in just a little while. But getting to the tapes, Jimmie Rogers was the... he was a guy that kind of started all this years and years ago. Wrote many, many of the famous blues and cowboy songs, country songs, and blues yodels. He was quite a yodeler. And he wrote many, many of the favorite songs like Waiting for a Train, I'm in the Jailhouse Now, Way Out on the Mountain, Never No More Blues, and all the stuff like that. Well, I did a cassette tape of 12 of Jimmie Rogers' greatest songs, and they're over there at the table, too. I'd like to do one of them for you right now. It's called Way Out on the Mountain. I'm gonna pack my grip for a farewell trip. Kiss Susie Jane farewell at the fountain. I'm going Susie to the land of the sky. Away out up on the mountain. Where the wild sheep roam and the buffalo low, and the squirrels, so many you can't count 'em. Then I'll make love to some turtle dove, away out up on the mountain. Eat your heart out, Fred Fight. Where the north wind blows and you're gonna have snow, and the rain and the hail comes bouncing. Gonna wrap myself in the grizzly bear robe, away out up on the mountain. Where the snakes are vile and the horses wild, and the beavers paddle on a walking cane. Gonna ship my boots in a buffalo hide, away out up on the mountain. Where the tall pines sway and the antelope play, and the mule deer herds go a-bounding. My camp I'll make by an emerald lake, away out up on the mountain. Where the whippoorwills sing me to sleep each night, and the eagles roost on the rocks at Spontaine. I'll feast on the meat and the honey so sweet, away out up on the mountain. Thank you very much. Tune called Way Out on the Mountain. That's one of 12 tunes on my Jimmy Rogers cassette album. We have there, plus regular flat stereo albums over there, too. Of some of the records. We're going to call Kathy up in a minute, but first I'd like to do another cowboy song and kind of get the yodel warmed up, because I'm going to do the yodel demonstrations after Kathy and I get through singing one here. And this is on one of the albums, I think. I'm not sure it's on one of the ones I have here with me, but I did record it one time. It's called Hold On, Little Dogies, Hold On. This is the kind of a rip snorter, they call it. All the colors are flying, today's a big show, and the cowboys are whooping the big rodeo. Announcers are ready, and the horns give a toot, and the cowboys drive dogies to the end of the chute. Hold on, little dogies, hold on. When I tighten my lariat, you're gone, you're gone. Make your feet fly, they'll be tied by and by. Oh, hold on, little dogies, hold on. Oh, little dogies, hold on. In Montana, they build a big fire, and they rope them and brand them in a way to admire. With a lariat spinning and the horse on the run, in 21 seconds all the hog tying's done. Hold on, little dogies, hold on. When I tighten my lariat, you're gone, you're gone. Make your feet fly, they'll be tied by and by. Oh, hold on, little dogies, hold on. Hold on, little dogies, hold on. While riding through cactus, I sing all day long, and a hoot I'll sing with me my cowpuncher's song. I spy a stray dogie going over a dune, and I lustily singing this cowpuncher's tune. Hold on, little dogies, hold on. When I tighten my lariat, you're gone, you're gone. Make your feet fly, they'll be tied by and by. Oh, hold on, little dogies, hold on. Oh, little dogies, hold on. Thank you very much again. Before I bring Kathy, well, you can come up, Kathy. I want to. She's a Sunday school teacher in the wintertime, and she's got a story a little boy told her one morning after Sunday school. So I guess I can tell it here. Can you make it up there, then? Don't grab a hold of me and pull me down now and never get back up again. This is Kathy. Let's give her a big hand, then I'll tell you the story. But, you see, this little boy come up and said, I want to tell you a story. So he did, and she told it to me, and I thought I'd ought to tell it to you. It's a pretty good one. It's about Henry and Harry. They used to love to play baseball ever since they were little tiny boys. They liked to play baseball better than anything in the world. As they grew up and went through school, all they wanted to do was play baseball. They went to college, and all they wanted to do was play baseball. They even got in the big leagues, and of course they had to play baseball. And that's all they could think of. And they were sitting in the hotel room one night, and they got to talking about it, and they said, I wonder if they play baseball up in heaven. And Henry says, I'll tell you what, whichever one of us dies first, we'll send a message back and let the other guy know so he'll know what to expect. So I guess Harry died first, and he went to heaven, and Henry never heard from him for a long, long time. All of a sudden one night, he heard a voice. He was in bed, and he heard a voice, and it was who did I say died first? Harry?
Harry.
Yeah, it was Harry's voice.
Hey, Henry.
And Henry said, is that you, Harry? Harry says, yes. He said, what do you want? He says, I got some good news and some bad news for you. Henry says, okay, what? He says, well, I'll give you the good news first. They do play baseball up here in heaven. He says, oh, boy, what's the bad news? He says, you're pitching tomorrow.
Little boy, boy told me that, 4th grade.
Then I had another one I was going to tell you, but she wouldn't let me. Little boy didn't tell me that. Big boy. We're going to do a couple songs here that we have on a 45 that we made. It's a collector's item because I never made a record with anybody else on it besides me before. It's the first time. And so it's a first, and it's it's a colored one. It's green in living color, psychedelic record. It's a 45, and we're going to do both sides of it. This side here, I've been singing the song alone, and people like it. It's a real pretty English folk song. People liked it very much. But she puts some haunting melodies in the background to make it sound so much better, and we're going to do it right now. I hope is that mic working good?
Yes, sir.
Yeah?
Right on there.
Yeah, okay. So we'll do side number 1 called The Last Farewell, and then we'll flip it over and do one that she wrote, and I do some yodeling in the background. Okay, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
There's a ship lies rigged and waiting in the harbor, and tomorrow morning she sails far away from this land of endless sunshine to my land full of rainy skies and gales. Foreign flag a-raising, their guns on fire as we sail into hell. I have no fear of death, there is no sorrow, but how bitter will be this last farewell. Smell again the fragrance of these islands and the heaving waves that brought me close to thee. And should I return safe home again to England, I'll watch the English mist roll through the day.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. That's on a 45-speed record. Oh, they took a picture of it.
Oh, isn't that nice?
Thank you. Hey, that's
real
good.
nice.
We take good pictures when we don't know it.
Earlier, just a few.
Hey, that's nice.
That's real nice. Thank you.
You make me look like a star there.
Got a frame all around you and everything.
Yeah.
Hey.
I've been framed.
And a fan. I'm looking right at you.
Thank you very much. They even were brave enough to buy one of our records, too. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
That song is on one side of our 45, and on the other side, we're going to turn it over and do the other side now. We'd like to sell a lot of these because we got to go way back to St. Albans tonight, and that's a long ways from here, and we need the money for gas. I would like to, naturally like to have you have one of the records if you would, and the albums or tapes or whatever. Just go on. As soon as you get through, you run right over there because there'll be a lot of people right over there. Yeah, sure. We're going to tip it over here, and on this side, she wrote this song, and it's to the tune of The Happy Wanderer, in case you heard the tune before. But she made up the words about us. And it's a good, nice song. And I do a little yodeling in the background. And she is, as I said, a chiropractor in Heartland, Maine. If you ever get up Heartland, Maine, and have any kind of physical problems, drop in and see Kathy Clark. She'll fix you up. She did me. I tell you, I used to have a horse, a stallion, that thought he was supposed to ride on me instead of me on him. He was the meanest son of a gun. And he landed on me 3 or 4 times. And I didn't go to a doctor or a chiropractor for many years. And when I got acquainted with her, she said, let's see what that horse did to you. I tell you, I used to be 6'1", and I lost that during that accident. And she got me back again. In fact, I told her to cut it out, and I'd only be 7 feet tall if I keep it. Well, she really is great. It's good for dandruff, whooping cough, or anything else.
Anything you can name.
Sounds like a medicine show, don't it? Let's do our song called Our Song.
We mentioned in it St. Albans, which is where we're from. We live up on the mountain there in St. Albans, Maine, just a little bit north of here, a couple hours. And if you do come up our way, stop in and come up and see us.
Yeah, you stop and see my original paintings. Those are just those are prints over there. But I have many originals. I'd like to have you come in. I have a studio on the mountain up there.
I think we should do some singing now.
Oh, yeah, why don't you keep quiet and sing?
We love to go wandering among St. Albans hills, and as we go, I love to hear his yodel, how it thrills. Boundary, 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 dances down the slope, and as we go, we love to talk about our dreams and our hopes. Boundary, 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 about our dreams and our hopes. We love to go out in our yard, our happy home to see, and feel the sun and breathe the air God gives to you and me. Boundary, 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 God gives to you and me. God gives to you and me. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kathy. Thank you very much. Thank you, friend. That's a lot of fun. Kathy will be back on the night show and do a couple all by herself because we don't know anymore together. Do you notice that guitar picking there, Dick?
We don't
you
know
notice the
anymore
fingers
together.
never left the hand at any time. Yeah, I told you she made me better. She straightened me out. Yeah. Well, I'm going to do the yodel demonstration and get out of here because it's time for somebody else or something else. And I'll be back on again tonight doing some different ones for you. So the yodel demonstration gives me a chance to see if the thing is still working. It's a single yodel, double yodel, triple yodel, streamline yodel, and a Swiss yodel. And I'll name them off to you as I go along so you'll know which one is which. Now, when I started in this business way back in 1932, a cowboy singer had to do a single yodel or he didn't make any money at all. Here's how the single yodel goes. Yeah. you do the double yodel, you made a little more money. Here's how the double yodel went. Some wise guy come along and invented the triple yodel. Because I had to learn how to do that. If you could do that, you made all kinds of money. Well, I learned how to do it, and I made all kinds of money. I still got the yodel, but I don't know what the devil happened to all the money. But here's the way the triple yodel goes. If I can remember the words. A guy by the name of Will Carter invented a yodel called the streamline yodel. I liked it so well I stole it from him. He stole one of mine too. Now we're even. Even the oldest cowboys there ever was singing cowboy songs. Here's the streamline yodel. Oh, take a trip over to Switzerland. Everybody yodels over there. That's where yodeling originated from in the first place. If you meet a guy on the street over there, you don't tip your hat and say hi hands or feet or whatever his name is. You tip your hat, yodel to him, and he tips his hat and yodels back. That's the way you can pass the time of day. You pick up the newspaper to see what the news is, you got to know how to yodel. You can't read the darn thing. It's all written in yodeling. They have yodeling commercials. That would be good for a change on the radio and television. Babies yodel instead of cry. They even make love that way in Switzerland, yodeling. Did you ever notice what a small country it is? A fellow finds out where his girl lives. They live in chalets on the side of the mountain. Those A-frame houses, you know. He finds out where she lives and he waits till the moon gets up good and bright. He gets on the mountain right across from him, and he starts yodeling to it to beat the dickens. When she hears him, she comes running, shoves her head out through the window. Sometimes if you get to open the window, if you meet a girl on the street with a cut down both sides of the face, you know she's been making love. That's the way they do it in Switzerland. Back and forth from the mountain to the house all night long. Yodeling back and forth. That's why I got out of there and come over here. I like the way they do it here better. Here's the way it sounds in Switzerland on a moonlight night when those lovebirds get together. I think they're going to have a 15-minute intermission, then we'll carry on. Dick Curless will be in real soon on the next show, and then we'll all be going around again tonight. So enjoy yourselves and come visit us. We'll be going right back on here in about 10 or 15 minutes.